welcome to ISTV English News. I'm Jalasming Angbam with the news. Boxer Surjubala of Manipur enters final of IBA's Women's World Boxing Championship in 48 kg group. Now the news in detail. Boxer Samjit Sabam Surjubala of Manipur has entered the Women's World Boxing Championship final in 48 kg group organized by the International Boxing Association at Jeju in South Korea. Surjubala entered the final by beating Raksat Chanthamat of Thailand 2-1 in the semi-final bout played today. She will face Kizabe Nazim of Kazakhstan in the final tomorrow. Samjit Sabam Surjubala is the daughter of S. Rajan and Toibi Devi, residing at Pukramam Lerak, Wangkai Ayangpali Road. Surjubala, a graduate, had won gold medal in the Youth World Championship held at Antalya, Turkey. Taking into account her performance shown in the ongoing IBA Women's World Boxing Championship, Authority of Boxing India has expressed confidence that she will win tomorrow's final bout and win the championship title. Her family has also expressed hope that she would win tomorrow's final bout and bring laurels to not only Manipur but also to India. A motorbike rally carrying the message of Sangay Festival was flagged off in front of the statue of Lamyanba Irabot at Bishumthong today. The rally, organized by MS Joy Enterprises in collaboration with the Department of Tourism, Government of Manipur, was flagged off by the advisor of the enterprises, Shanti Kumar. About 30 riders who are taking part in the rally will distribute leaflets related to the Sangay Festival and put up posters at villages located on the way to More, Shanti Kumar said. On the other hand, as part of the Sangay Festival, Deputy Director, Department of Tourism, Rachel and Guite has flagged off a team of 40 children who would be taking part in the sports exhibition to be held at the complex of Manipur Adventure and Allied Sports Institute, Masi, located at Kairao. Various activities related to sports adventure will be carried out by the children at the exhibition. Deputy Director Guite said the exhibition is organized with a view to imparting knowledge and experience of outdoor activities along with education. A one-day free medical camp organized by Tongzu Chigonglei Makha Development Club under the aegis of Kangla Diagnostic Center Rims Road was held on the club premises today. Doctors examined many persons of various diseases and provided X-ray and ultrasound facility at the camp. Medicines were given free of cost to the patients. About 10 doctors took part in the free medical camp. General Secretary of the club, Sharat Sapam, said the camp is organized with a view to preventing the people of the area from falling sick due to the changing weather from scorching heat to freezing chill. A one-day public hearing on impact of drugs and other intoxicant substances used in Manipur was held at the Manipur Press Club under the aegis of Coalition Against Drugs and Alcohol, KADA, today. Retired District Sessions Judge Manipur East Usham Koul, Retired District Sessions Judge Manipur West K. Bipin Chandra Sharma were the jury members during the hearing. Many spokespersons talked on the topics related to drugs. Addressing the gathering, President of KADA Yumnam Ratan said, though government has imposed ban on various drugs, there is no end to use of drugs as intoxicants. There are certain laws to stop use of drugs, but it can't be controlled yet. Under these circumstances, predicting what will happen in future is really frightening, he added. A one-day workshop on characterization of Kaunayen and Kwakman was held at Kiam Sifai, Wangzing Market and Sana Janmastan Club, Moirang Ningthau Lerak yesterday. The workshop was jointly organized by National Bureau of Animal Genetics Resources, Colonel and Department of Animal Sciences, College of Agriculture, Imphal. Dr. P.K. Vies and Dr. M. Tantia were the resource persons at the workshop. Speakers at the function observed that Kaunayen is not among the 16 indigenously found species of hen. Since no research has been conducted on the hen species, it is not known whether the species is found in other parts of the world too. Rotary Club of Imphal presented a wheelchair to Father of Social Workers T.H. Iboyama at his residence at Singjamay, Thongam Lekai today. Now the national and international news. Taking on her critics, Human Resource Development HRD Minister Smriti Irani today dismissed charges that education was being saffronized even as she turned down demands that Sanskrit be made compulsory in the curriculum. Answering questions on the controversial decision to replace German with Sanskrit as a third language in some 500 centrally run Kendra Vidyalayas, Irani said that teaching of German under the MOU signed in 2011 had been in violation of the Constitution. An investigation has already been launched to find out how the MOU came to be signed. Responding to demands that Sanskrit be made a compulsory language, the minister said that the three-language formula was very clear that any of the 23 Indian languages listed in the Schedule 8 of the Constitution could be opted for. A whole set of second-generation reforms will be unveiled in the next Union Budget, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley said today, promising a lot of exciting time ahead. The country needs a larger opening out in most sectors. It requires stability of policy and tax regime besides a reasonable cost of capital, he said. Looking ahead, the minister emphasizes the GDP growth to cross 6% in 2015-16 once the effect of all the steps proposed kicks in. From there on, we are going to take off, he said. Electioneering has reached its peak on the last day of campaigning for the first phase of assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir and Jharkhand. The polling for this phase will take place on 25th of this month. 15 assembly segments spread across Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh regions are going to polls in the first phase. In Leh constituency, there is a straight contest between BJP and Congress, while quadrilateral contest is being held in Kargil and Janaskar constituencies of Kargil district. In a ceremony which will be watched closely by thousands in Kerala, a Catholic priest and a nun from the state, Father Kyriakos Chavara and Sister Euphrasia will be conferred sainthood by Pope Francis at Vatican today. Prayers and masses are being offered at several churches in Kerala since early morning today, and thousands of devotees are thronging these churches. The event will be streamed live in screens set up in selected church centers. The ceremony will include a Latin hymn and a recommendation by a representative or a mediator of the congregation for the saints, after which Pope Francis will pronounce them as saints at a special mass at St. Peter's Square at Vatican. 2 weeks after the boat's sterilization deaths in Chhattisgarh, a drug sample report has confirmed the use of substandard medicines and the presence of zinc phosphide used as rat poison in the Ciprocin 500 tablets allegedly given to the victims in the tragedy. The boat's sterilization surgeries in Bilaspur had claimed the lives of 13 women earlier this month. Nearly 138 women had fallen ill after the surgeries which took place at 2 separate government medical camps. Afghanistan's parliament today approved agreements with the US and the NATO allowing international troops to remain in the country past end of this year amid a renewed offensive by Taliban militants. The international combat mission in Afghanistan began after the 2001 US-led invasion that toppled the Taliban was to conclude at the end of this year. The new agreements ratified by Parliament allowed the US and the NATO to keep a total of 12,000 troops in Afghanistan next year to support local forces. In approving the agreements in a 152-5 vote, Afghan lawmakers made no mention of Mr. Obama's expansion of the US role in fighting militants in the country. In a statement, presidential spokesman Nazifullah Salarjai said the foreign troops will train, advise and assist Afghan security forces. An earthquake with preliminary magnitude of 6.8 jolted central Japan today, temporarily trapping 21 people when their homes collapsed and leaving 13 people injured, police and public broadcaster NHK said. The Japan Meteorological Agency said no tsunami warning was issued after the quake, which was felt in the capital Tokyo, 180 km away. Now the top stories once again. Boxer Sergio Bella of Manipur enters final of IBA's Women's World Boxing Championship in 48 kg group. That's all for now, and join us for more news update in a short while.